Personal branding is the persona that business development professionals put into the marketplace. Everyone has one. Now, great business development professionals, they're extremely intentional in getting their personal brand out into the marketplace. They're articulate with regards to who they are and what they're representing. But what the professional delivers, not what they say, not what they sell, but what they actually deliver in its entirety, that reflects the personal brand. Now, to understand how personal branding truly works, a couple of things you want to be able to do, and we feel that the best way to look at that is by placing your audience into categories. And your audience really is, in effect, your target market. Now, those three categories will literally come in to systematize your ability to maximize your sales results. Because at the end of the day, your brand is about maximizing sales results. So let's get started and we look at the first category. And we're going to call those groupies. Now, groupies, they like you. I mean, they personally like you. Now, the benefit of that is that you're able to engage them. And you're never quite sure why. It might be your humor. It might be your intellect. It might be your sophistication. It might be your social connections. But they will buy from you. Groupies will buy until they stop. The problem with groupies is that they can be fickle. So they can trade you in quickly as soon as something newer, shinier, or just somebody happened to pitch them that day and caught their eye. But you have to be careful with groupies because that is not a sustainable audience for you to bring your services. Now, the next step in the customer food chain would be your advocates. Now, advocates, they are specifically looking for the best offer for them. They have their individual needs ahead of what the customer or their buyer or their organization's needs are. And you have to be careful with that because theater tickets, high-end gift cards, celebrity memorabilia, these are things that are often good enough to create advocates in the marketplace. The problem with that is that are they purchasing with their organization's best interests? Is it you or is it the goodies that's bringing them in to buy? And if it's the goodies, then what happens to the relationship when the goodies stop? Or worse yet, what happens when the organization realizes their buyer does not have the organization's best interest at heart? Moving on to the next category, and those are true believers. Now, true believers, they achieve the highest level of customer relationship, highest level of connectivity. True believers are customers because they get your brand. They get the brand, and they get you in terms of your brand. So when you start thinking about these true believers, the beauty of them is that they're going to look for consistently your ability to demonstrate long-term value and long-term benefits. The customer connects because they wholeheartedly buy into the brand. And once they buy into the brand and the brand message, credibility, personal attentiveness, integrity, these are things that really come to the forefront in that relationships. And when you have that, they want you to succeed. They trust you. They want you to succeed. They want the brand to succeed. Heck, they become your storyteller. Yes, true believers will tell your story to the marketplace. You make their world easier. So you want to cultivate those relationships. They want to be associated with you. Now, ultimately, true believers willingly advance your brand strength through repeat sales, referrals, and again, the ability to tell your story. So you want to keep them satisfied. And you want to make sure that the communication's clear. And you want to make sure that they are consistent with cooperating with your brand. And once you have those true believers cultivating and running your sales engine, you can really focus on success, much like Walt Disney said many years ago. Do what you do so well that they'll want to see it again and they'll bring their friends. Now that's a personal brand.